Heavy legs, a fading sense of balance, and a constant quiet feeling of tiredness. These are among the most common and the most deeply frustrating challenges I hear about from people who have crossed the beautiful milestone of 60. These shifts in your physical comfort can feel incredibly discouraging. They can make you hesitate before taking a walk around the neighborhood. They can make stairs feel like a daunting obstacle, and they can slowly but surely chip away at your confidence in everyday life. Far too often, older adults are led to believe that absolutely nothing can be done about this. They are told that feeling heavy, weak, or constantly drained is simply a mandatory part of getting older. But I am here to tell you today that this message is profoundly misleading. While the years do naturally bring changes to how our system operates, losing your vitality and your mobility is not an absolute rule. Your body is a deeply resilient, remarkable system, and it can remain strong, mobile, and comfortable well past your 60s and 70s, provided it receives the right kind of support. And one of the simplest, most gentle ways to begin this wonderful process of rebuilding does not involve complicated fitness routines or highly expensive habits. It can begin with something as ordinary, as comforting, and as accessible as the tea you sip each day. For many years, I have explored natural, sustainable ways to help older adults protect their independence, their physical strength, and their ability to enjoy life entirely on their own terms. I have seen firsthand that the people who navigate their later years most successfully are those who listen closely when the body sends signals and who respond with daily habits that support the system in natural ways. Today, I want to share with you 3 specific teas that can do exactly that. These are not passing trends or modern fads. They are deeply grounded in careful observation and long traditions of safe, comforting use. When you choose to enjoy them regularly, they can help soothe your internal system, encourage much better circulation, support your muscle function, and provide you with a steady, very calm sense of energy. To truly understand why a simple cup of tea can play such a profound role in your daily comfort, it is helpful to know what is happening inside your physical form as the years pass. After 60, a gradual shift in your muscle tissue and overall strength becomes much more common. This shift is influenced by many things, such as taking more time to rest, natural shifts in your internal vitality, and the simple fact that your body might take a little longer to recover from everyday efforts. The result of these changes is that your muscles might feel a bit smaller. They tend to tire much more quickly, and they ask for more time to bounce back after you have been active. At the exact same time, your joints might feel a little stiffer when you wake up. The flow of energy might seem less stable, and your balance can feel a bit unsure. Often, people try to address these things one by one. They look for something to help with the stiffness, something entirely different for the balance, and yet another thing for their energy. But the beautiful truth is that all these systems inside you are deeply interconnected. Supporting them all together at the same time can produce wonderful, lasting outcomes. This is where the wisdom of certain plants becomes so incredibly valuable. Plants contain natural compounds that gently support multiple systems at once. They provide a broad blanket of care, soothing the body, encouraging the flow of nutrients, protecting your cells, and helping your body use its energy much more efficiently. The first comforting blend I advise you to consider making a part of your daily routine is ginger and turmeric tea. Many of us think of ginger and turmeric simply as vibrant spices kept in the kitchen pantry, but when they are brought together in a warm cup of tea, they create a wonderful harmony that addresses 2 of the main reasons your legs might feel heavy and tired. Those reasons are internal friction and slow circulation. Let us begin by looking closely at ginger. Ginger has been appreciated for generations for its gentle, warming effect on the body's circulation. It contains natural elements that help relax the pathways inside you, allowing your blood to flow much more freely and easily. When your circulation is working well, it ensures that your muscles receive the oxygen and the vital nutrients they need without struggling. I recommend paying attention to this because poor circulation is very often the hidden, silent reason behind heavy legs, unexpected cramping, and early fatigue. By encouraging a better, stronger flow, ginger helps to lift that heaviness right out of your limbs and gives your legs the physical resources they need to keep moving comfortably. People who add a soothing cup of ginger tea to their morning routine very often share that their legs feel noticeably lighter and that they simply have more endurance for their daily walks. Now, let us bring turmeric into the picture. Turmeric contains a wonderful compound called curcumin. It is known worldwide as one of nature's most effective ways to soothe internal friction and calm the body. When the body experiences too much of this internal friction, it can make your joints feel incredibly stiff and make even a gentle walk to the mailbox feel like a major chore. Curcumin works by gently calming this internal environment, practically putting out the tiny fires inside and giving your muscles the quiet, undisturbed space they need to rebuild and recover. For those over 50, this means waking up feeling far more refreshed and experiencing much faster recovery after spending time in the garden or running errands. When you combine ginger and turmeric, their individual benefits beautifully support and amplify one another. Ginger improves the delivery system, bringing rich nourishment directly to the muscles, while turmeric calms the area, allowing those muscles to actually use that nourishment to stay strong. Together, they offer both immediate comfort for tired legs and long-term support for your overall mobility. I advise preparing this tea with a little bit of care to make sure you get the absolute most out of it. Using fresh ginger root and fresh turmeric root is wonderful because they hold so much natural goodness, though high-quality powders are also perfectly fine to use. Here is what is important to know about turmeric. You must add a tiny pinch of black pepper to your cup. I know it sounds a little unusual for a tea, but that tiny bit of pepper helps your body absorb the turmeric significantly better. Without that pepper, your body simply misses out on much of the benefit as it passes right through you. You can also add a fresh slice of lemon or a small touch of natural honey for a lovely flavor without taking away any of the benefits. Consistency is the true secret here. A single cup will not change everything by tomorrow morning, but daily use creates a gentle, very meaningful shift in how you feel. Treat it as a comforting daily ritual, just as the decline in strength happens slowly over time. The rebuilding of that strength also happens step by step. This approach is rooted in traditions that have survived for centuries simply because they work. Now, let us talk about the deeply frustrating feeling of simply running out of fuel. A profound lack of energy is one of the most common signals the body sends as we grow older. Many people share with me that they can handle a bit of stiffness in their knees, but the constant, lingering sense of feeling completely drained makes their entire world feel smaller. They wake up feeling not quite rested. They walk a very short distance, and they suddenly feel they need to sit down and close their eyes. The issue here is not just in the muscles themselves. This kind of deep fatigue often comes from the body needing a little extra help using its energy effectively and managing everyday internal stress. Addressing this kind of exhaustion requires much more than just sitting in a chair and resting. It requires helping the body optimize its use of oxygen and energy, while at the same time soothing the internal wear and tear that makes you feel so tired. One of the safest and most truly effective ways to support this energy process is through a beautiful blend of ginseng and green tea. This specific combination brings together two wonderful plants that have distinct but perfectly paired benefits. Green tea provides a calm, steady alertness, while ginseng acts as a natural balancer, helping your system adapt to stress and actively resist fatigue. Together, they create a morning drink that lifts your spirit and supports your physical endurance. Let us look very closely at ginseng first. This remarkable root has been treasured in traditional practices for centuries, specifically to combat the feeling of physical decline and to restore a person's natural vitality. It contains natural properties that directly help your muscles use oxygen much more efficiently, which makes your daily physical activities feel significantly less exhausting. It also helps protect your delicate muscle tissue when your body is feeling stressed. Most importantly, it supports the tiny energy centers inside your cells, helping them generate power more effectively. By supporting these cellular energy centers, ginseng allows your muscles to do a lot more work with far less effort. I also recommend paying attention to how your mental energy affects your physical movement. When you feel mentally foggy or completely drained, you are far less likely to want to stand up and take a walk. Ginseng provides a gentle mental clarity, giving you the willpower and the clear motivation to stay active. Green tea beautifully complements the ginseng in this blend. Green tea is incredibly rich in protective compounds that help shield your cells from everyday wear and tear. It helps preserve the integrity of your muscles and the health of your joints. It also contains a very modest amount of caffeine, much less than a standard cup of coffee, but just enough to offer a gentle, pleasant lift. What makes green tea truly special, however, is an amino acid it contains that actively and deeply calms the nervous system. The combination of this gentle lift and the calming amino acid produces a state of relaxed alertness without any sudden crashes or jittery feelings. This is perfectly suited for older adults who might be sensitive to strong drinks. Instead of a sudden rush followed by a deep exhaustion, green tea delivers a smooth, sustained feeling of being pleasantly awake. When you mix ginseng and green tea together, you get physical stamina and calm mental clarity in one single cup. For anyone who feels their legs simply give up halfway through the afternoon, this tea can make a profound difference. To prepare this tea properly, remember that the water should not be boiling hot, as extreme heat can damage the delicate leaves of the green tea. Let the water sit for just a minute or two after boiling, and then steep the green tea for a few minutes. You can add a few thin slices of fresh ginseng root or a little bit of ginseng powder and let it steep a little longer to release all its natural goodness. Enjoying this tea in the morning can provide a beautiful, strong foundation for your entire day. It is not a quick fix, but with consistent use, it builds a reserve of energy that makes movement feel like a joy again rather than a heavy burden. Supporting your body is not about looking for one dramatic overnight change. It is about building a collection of small, very reliable habits that together create true physical resilience. Finally, there is an often overlooked aspect of staying strong, and that is how we rest, how we handle worry, and how we recover at the end of the day. One of the greatest challenges of getting older is not just physical effort, but how everyday tension, poor sleep, and a busy mind slowly wear the physical body down. Many people tell me they wake up feeling heavy before they even step out of bed. What is important to know is that invisible factors like disrupted rest and nerve tension play a very direct, undeniable role in how your legs feel and how they function. When you do not get deep, peaceful rest, your body spends much more time breaking down than it does repairing itself. This leads to a deep sense of instability, weakness, and a feeling of decline that can seem hard to stop. This is exactly where a very special plant called ashwagandha offers something truly unique and wonderful. Ashwagandha is a natural balancer for your entire system. It helps the body maintain a sense of calm equilibrium when faced with the stress of daily life. It supports the nervous system in a way that allows you to shift away from constant tension and enter a state where true, deep recovery can finally happen. For anyone over 60, making this shift from tension to relaxation is incredibly valuable. When tension remains high in the body, it silently affects your bones, your muscles, and absolutely ruins your sleep. By calming that tension, ashwagandha creates the perfect internal environment for your energy to return and for your muscles to rebuild. This wonderful root has been trusted for centuries as a way to nurture vitality and physical strength. Taking it regularly can genuinely improve how steady you feel on your feet. It gently strengthens the natural communication between your nerves and your muscles, which is absolutely vital for maintaining good balance and coordination as we age. This is exactly why some people who feel a bit shaky or unsure notice that their steps become much more assured and confident after making this evening tea a steady habit. At the exact same time, it quiets the nervous system, beautifully easing the worry and the anxiety that sometimes comes with feeling physically unsteady. The result is not just a physical improvement in your legs, but a deeply renewed sense of personal confidence. Sleep is the area where ashwagandha truly shines its brightest light. Muscles do not rebuild while you are walking around during the day. They repair, they strengthen, and they heal while you sleep deeply at night. Without quality, uninterrupted sleep, other efforts like eating well or taking walks fall slightly short. A warm, earthy cup of ashwagandha tea in the evening helps quiet a busy, racing mind, relaxes your physical form, and invites a much deeper, more restorative rest. After just a few weeks of this gentle evening routine, you might find yourself waking up feeling genuinely refreshed, with legs that feel lighter, stronger, and much more capable, simply because your body has finally had the quiet time it needs to repair overnight. To prepare ashwagandha tea, you need just a little more patience, as the root is dense and needs time to release its comforting elements. You can gently simmer dried root pieces in water for about 10 to 15 minutes. The flavor is very earthy and grounding, and it pairs beautifully with a tiny dash of cinnamon or a small drop of honey. If your main goal is better sleep and overnight recovery, make this your cherished evening ritual. When we look at these three wonderful teas together, a very clear, highly practical path emerges for anyone wanting to maintain their strength. Ginger and turmeric gently soothe your system and encourage vital circulation. Ginseng and green tea beautifully lift your physical endurance and clear your mind. Ashwagandha restores your internal balance, calms your nerves, and ensures you get the deep, restorative sleep necessary for true repair. Together, they form a simple, gentle collection of daily habits that address the true reasons we sometimes feel weak, unsteady, or tired. I advise you to remember always that moving through your 60s, 70s, and beyond is not about an inevitable, unstoppable decline. It is about gentle adaptation and giving your body what it asks for. Your body is always listening, and it continues to respond beautifully to the choices you make every single day. A daily cup of tea might seem like a very small thing, but when chosen wisely, it delivers exactly what your physical system needs to maintain strength, energy, and perfect balance. Over the weeks and the months, these quiet moments with a warm cup accumulate into beautiful, very real changes in your life. You will notice legs that feel more reliable steps that are much steadier, and days that hold far more joy and possibility. The only secret here is simply to be consistent. Natural support takes a little time to build a foundation, just as true strength is built day by day. So, if you have noticed your energy fading, your balance feeling a little less sure, or your steps feeling a bit heavy, please do not simply accept it as your new normal. Listen carefully when your body sends signals, and consider the gentle, restorative power of tea. These choices are right within your reach. They are not complicated, and they are ready to help you walk taller, feel stronger, and live your days with the absolute confidence and the deep comfort you truly deserve.